Well, welcome back, everyone. It's NVIDIA earnings day, and this market is priming the pumps, trying to get ready to go higher, but will it sustain? We remain in the uppermost quadrant of the long-term uptrend channel for the primary market. The uppermost quadrant is the performer plunge quadrant. Let's zoom into the hard right edge over there. That pink line is the divisor. We breached it yesterday, breached it today, bounced up through it, seen oil come down. That's helped the market up, and we're coming into NVIDIA's earnings in just under an hour, around 4:20 p.m. Eastern time. We'll have those earnings in, and the expectations are what? Well, we've got a market pattern that suggests a further rise on the ES to take it up towards the 74 high 70s, potentially coming up into the all-time high territory if NVIDIA over delivers, but sustainability of price action in that territory is much less likely. When you take a look at the mere fact of the market being in a spot for NVIDIA where if it rises and gets into the 238, 246-ish area, which is the upper end of the range that I see potential for, we would be very far away from normal on that VWAP cone month to date, putting us in a spot where we've seen it before. We can dangle up in the air for a day to three, but then back down towards the mean we would likely go. So the overall picture that I'm seeing right now is a risk-on picture without a question, and it's something that we had commented on to members of the private active trader room and on WealthCharts alike earlier this morning, where I'd mentioned that I think today is going to be a day where we go from around the 7,400 area to the 7,450-ish area. And if we're left into the end of the day closer to 7,450 with NVIDIA holding up, it does have a better than fair chance to push the market higher. And of course, the NASDAQ is going to be in key focus. It is still above the top of that long-term uptrend channel. It's gone over the tips of its skis, but it's back testing the top of the channel and getting ready for a bounce. Let's zoom into the hard right edge over there. The back test and perforation happened yesterday. It was revisited today. We've reversed up through the center of the weekly pivot range. The very top of the pivot range is all the way up here, top right-hand side of your screen. A move that can take the overall NASDAQ up into the 29,500 to 650 area, very close to where the all-time highs were last Thursday, May the 14th. That's in motion as we speak. And of course, sustainability of price action up in that territory is less likely. Now, it can still be a day to three, so we want to keep our mind open. Now, the key things that we're going to be looking for at 4:20 p.m. Eastern time is whether or not NVDA is able to get through the center of the uptrend channel you see on the screen, bounded by the top red line, bottom green line, center line is the black line. It also happens to be allocated where a volume profile node is allocated in that area, a VPOC going back to this last thrust up and back test, and that goes back to the 12th of May. So above, effectively, rounded up to $227. The door is open for a rise that can take us up towards the top of the channel or slightly higher. But when we get to the top of the channel, we've seen it before, we start to come back down. It can hold up for a day to three, but more likely it is not going to sustain up in that territory. Now, if we happen to see a disappointment from NVIDIA and we come down below roughly 219 bucks and about 50, 60 pennies, the door does open for a drop down into the 215 to potentially lower area in the 210, 208-ish area. Now, in today's trade, I came out with the insight that we're likely going to be in a market where the primary market, the S&P E-minis, are more likely going to see a rise from the 7,400 to 7,450 area. And I was waiting for that breach above the 7,410 set of nested VPOCs over here to really get going. And I did, and traded the market again today. Here's what the technical setup looks like right now. Daily chart back above the speed lines in a buy signal state. 4-hour chart in a confirmed buy signal state with the double green dots and price action above the MSR channel top. 1-hour chart in a tentative buy signal state. 5-minute chart's been in one for quite some time right now. You can go back to towards the first half hour or so of trade where we had that amazing pre-trade conditioning pattern. The down, the up, the down, the up. green dots below the price bars and price above the MSR channel, and the rest has really been history. I use patterns just like that to trade both the ES and the NQ today using the architecture off the ES, and grossed again on the day trading 3 accounts separately here, just over $1,100, adding to my overall tally from May the 8th. This is still a very tradable market, and having powerful tools overlaid with common sense and being able to follow the rules tends to help one succeed more often than not. Now, past performance is not an indication of future results. However, as you can see, consistency is born out of practicing in a consistent manner, and I hope to show you that each day that I share videos and insights with you. Now, I'll leave it right there, folks. I hope you've had a great day in markets so far. The main event is yet to come, and I want to get this video out the door to help you get prepared for that main event, and of course, I'm going to be trading through it in the after hours. Have an incredible rest of your day, and we'll see you on the flip side. Bye for now, and thank you for watching.